Good evening. Hope you've been well. It's been a while. I realized that I was doing too many of these vlog style shorts, and I was like, so I sent out a poll, and I was like, okay, am I turning into a vlogger now? And people were like, yeah. Some of you didn't care, but for those of you who did, sorry about that. So I've intentionally stayed pretty radio silent over here, which is good because I'm busy out of my mind. I have no idea when I'm going to get done with Gaslight on. Just keeping this dang house clean and the yard clear is a second full-time job. Anyhow, um, something I've been thinking about and has been weighing on me very heavily is the idea that sin destroys time. Even if you're not a believer, even if you're not Christian, even if you're not religious, you can define sin any way you want to. Distraction, not doing what your heart really wants to do, what you really want to do. Sin destroys that time, and you can't get it back. That's been a theme on this channel for a long time. Time really is our most precious, valuable resource, and it's up to us to use it wisely. When we do not use the time that we have, or is given to us, however you want to see it, when we don't use it wisely, when we mismanage it, we destroy it because we can't go back and recover it. Sometimes destroying that time means we have to clear away what is built up instead. Some sort of ugly monstrosity that doesn't serve any purpose, which destroys even more time in the future. Every moment of every day, we have a decision to make. Either we make movement towards our goals, or we don't. And when we don't, we destroy that time. Whatever goal you have in your mind, make sure you're moving towards it. There's so much stuff out there that wants to eat up your time instead. It's really easy to get focused on the thing, whether it's video games or social media or YouTube videos. But the point is, it's up to us individually to use our time wisely. For example, tonight, it was a beautiful night, and my wife and kids weren't home. They were at a friend's place. And I was like, oh, sweet, I got time. And I wasted like the first hour of it when I shouldn't have. I can't have that back. That's an hour I can't spend, clearing out the garage. It's an hour I can't spend working downstairs. It's an hour I can't spend working out myself. It's an hour I can't spend reading a book. It's an hour I can't spend writing a book. It's an hour I can't do any of that with. And that adds up over time. I look back in my 20s and I spent a lot of it in front of a computer screen. There's a lot of stuff I don't regret doing on the computer. I had a lot of fun with it. I gained a lot of great friends that way. I met my wife online, believe it or not. Praise the Lord. She's the most wonderful woman in my life. At the same time, I wasted a lot of time too. I shouldn't, you know what I mean. I was going to say, not at the same time, you know what I mean. Whatever. Your body's not going to get any younger. Your body's not going to get any leaner. It's not going to get any, unless you work for it, it's not going to get any easier to stay in shape. It's not going to get any easier to learn new things, learn new languages, whatever. So the time you have right now is deeply, vitally important, especially if you're in the range of like 18 to 30. I strongly encourage, I urge you, I pray that you go out and do the things that you need to do. Whatever good, noble, high-minded, righteous thing that you know you need to do, go out and do it. Never stop making progress towards it. I know it's really tough. If you're swamped out of your mind, you barely got any money, maybe you're in debt, you gotta keep working towards that, because you're never gonna have that. You're never gonna have this moment again. I know it sounds cheesy and cliche. It's gonna make more sense in 12 years when you're 30 something and you're like, man, I wasted a lot of time in front of that computer. For me, it's video games and politics. And while I've gotten rid of the video games pretty much, the politics I still do. to some extent. Even that's largely scaled back, thank God. But you know, we each got our poisons. Some of us it's drugs, some of us it's alcohol, some of it's gambling, some of it's anything else. It's anything that gets in the way. That's our distraction that we need. That's destroying our time. I encourage you to not let that. I don't know. How do I deal with it? Well, for me, because I'm a Christian, I just pray to God. I rebuke the demon. You know, whatever that is for you, figure it out. But focusing on the thing itself is a fool's game. You're always going to lose that. Focus on the solution out of it. That's what I try to do. And your solution is probably going to look different. But the goal is the same, and it's to destroy the distraction that's destroying your time. You know, take your pick. Anyhow. Gosh, it's a beautiful night. Bless y'all. Have a good one. We'll see you around.